Welcome to Mediocre Gaming, and today we're playing Tom Clancy's The Division. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and salutations. Today we're talking about the global event, Strike. The global event is now live, runs from today, Thursday, until Monday morning. How do you get credits, and what do you get for your credits? So the credits that you can get from any mission, any activity, any name boss, and all that will give you varying amounts of credits. When you get enough credits, 1,500 credits, you can go to the global event vendor and buy superior strike caches. Now each cache contains guaranteed 2 items with a 2% chance of getting a third item. Now each of the 2 items, you have a 45% chance of getting a classified gear set piece out of it. The third item, if you get one, it is guaranteed to be classified or exotic. So what sets are available? The Nomad set is available. The Predator's Mark set is available. And let's face it, those are the only ones that most people care about because that is what is the meta right now for the game. If you go into the Dark Zone and you get mowed down by rogues, those people are generally playing Predator's Mark, Nomad, or Striker. Striker was in the last global event. Predator's Mark and Nomad are both in this one. Also, you can get Banshee Shadow and I believe one more. So if you're a completionist and trying to get all the sets, then obviously you'll continue to get credits and get the caches until you have all of them. If you're only trying to get Predator's Mark and Nomad, or you're trying to finish your set, then you're going to get the superior caches and try to get those pieces that you're missing. All right, so now you know what you want to get. What's the best way of getting it? If you have a pre-made 4-man group and you are comfortable running legendary missions, there are 2 legendary missions that are on the Strike playlist that you can add additional modifiers, boost up your global event credits, and that is Warngate and Times Square. So you can put either of those on legendary, you can put either of those on tactical strike, and you will get the most number of credits per hour by just completing that and doing it over and over again. You can also do Stolen Signal, and you can add modifiers onto that. Or you can play Clear Sky. Again, if you have a pre-made group, you can finish that in about 5 minutes if you know where you're going and about what to do at each step. If you're solo, you can attempt to do Clear Sky with a group. Your mileage may vary and probably will vary depending on the group that you're playing with. You have groups that will play well with players that haven't played Clear Sky before. You have players that are only good playing with experienced players. So it may not be the best choice if you're running solo to do a legendary or incursion. If you are solo, you can play the Lexington Event Center on hard or challenge. If you are playing solo and you only want to play by yourself, you can play Lexington on hard or challenge with the default modifier of strike. And what that modifier does is once you kill an enemy, the enemy explodes. So it's basically like they turn into a grenade. Everything within that radius is going to take damage. You step it up to the next modifier, and then as you take damage, you have a meter that fills up, and once it's full, you blow up. So you take damage, and everyone around you takes damage. So if you are next to an enemy and you blow up, you will damage the enemy. If an enemy gets killed by you or a teammate, and you're standing next to them, you've got a second or 2 to get away before they blow up, because you'll take damage. And then if you put it on the tactical strike modifier, Enemies that take damage from an explosion become contaminated, and if you're able to kill that enemy before that contamination wears off, they damage all enemies. So this plays out very well for Lexington Event Center. And this is why, because there are several points where there's a group of guys that come out of one door. If you have a group that has played Lexington Event Center and knows how to play the tactical strike, they're going to be waiting by that door to take out enemies. Boom, 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 boom. Because once you take out one, if you can take one out quickly as they come out the door, they're going to damage all and contaminate all the rest of the enemies of that wave. You kill another one, and then everyone gets damaged. And you can easily take out a whole group of enemies very, very quickly by doing so. Now, your mileage will vary. Some people are very experienced playing Lexington Event Center. Some people are very experienced playing with the modifiers. And some players are not. So if you're not playing with an experienced player, have a little bit of patience for them, because they may be new to the division in general, and they could use the extra help. So once they've played a few times, then they'll be more experienced and they'll know what to expect. So you have to adapt your play experience with your group. If your group is inexperienced, they may not be positioned correctly in order to maximize your credits per hour. And that is it. So get in there, kill some bosses, kill some bad guys, go through missions, go through incursions, whatever you're feeling like doing, go ahead and do it. If you're looking to maximize your credits per hour, there are ways to do that. If you're just trying to get some experience or see what you can do to get global event credits, almost anything is going to give you global event credits. You can play Resistance, you can play Survival, you can play in the Underground, and you can play in the Dark Zone. Named bosses will drop global event credits. They may drop a classified gear piece. Named bosses, when you're doing a mission, they have a chance of dropping classified and exotic pieces. Free roam bosses give you credits and have a chance of dropping a classified piece. So there's really no wrong way of getting global event credits. If you want to get them quickly, go through and do the Lexington Event Center. Put it on challenge, put it on the tactical strike, group up with people, don't get too close together. Stay outside of the explosion radius, because what will happen is you'll just have explosions down the line. You'll have one guy that's getting damaged and then he explodes, and then that boosts up your meter, and then you get hit a couple times and you explode, and it just cascades. So it's best to stay at least a small distance away from people. There'll be a red line in between you and the agent that is in danger of exploding. Pay attention to that, but otherwise, good luck. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing, and we'll see you next time.